We were conditioned to believe that material wealth, things outside of ourselves, would guarantee happiness. More money, possessions, a bigger home, a fancier car, all for what? The song Mean Streak by YNT comes to mind. It's so good. Big, better, best. Tell me, where does it end? How much do we really need to be truly happy? To be considered perfect in the sense that we've got it all in life. I don't know about you, but I'm all about cultivating a calm mind rather than chasing after superficial wealth and beauty. In my time studying Buddhism, you learn that all things are impermanent, and you cannot replace that truth no matter how much you gain hoping to achieve perfection. Now, there is a difference between ambition of the ego and that of the heart. I'm not saying the desire to become a better person isn't all bad. If someone has good intentions to improve themselves or the world even, by all means. I've always been a more contemplative person by nature, not competitive. There will always be someone more skilled than me, more patient than me. Does that mean they are perfect? No. It just means they have made that effort. And this inspires me to simply be better than I was yesterday. What the hell is perfection anyway? We are more than our physical bodies. They say the soul itself is already perfect. Drop away all the labels, titles, beliefs, worries, everything we've accumulated in this lifetime, not just material possessions. We all have become so attached to all the wrong things. Happiness and perfection are both like butterflies. You can't just chase after them. I wrote all about this 10 years ago in a blog I started studying Buddhism. My teacher at the time said, "Nobody holds the copyright to happiness." That quote stuck with me even after all this time. You really think celebrities are so happy and perfect, but they still look miserable? What is portrayed as perfection for the typical American woman nowadays, selling youth in expensive bottles and surgeries, I still don't understand it. The only surgeries I've ever had in life was to correct my overbite when I was a kid. All that pain I went through was worth it in that sense, because having an overbite can affect your health in the long run, and mine was Bugs Bunny bad. Speaking of teeth, there is an anime character I would like to add to this topic. His name is Mayuri Kurotsuchi from the anime Bleach. Once a weeb, always a weeb. His speech about perfection has stayed with me for over 15 years. Has it really been that long?
The perfect being, you said? Well, I have to tell you the honest truth as I see it. In this world, nothing perfect exists. It may be a cliché, after all, but it's the way things are. That's precisely why ordinary men pursue the concept of perfection. It's infatuation. But ultimately, I have to ask myself, what is the true meaning of being perfect? And the answer I came up with was nothing. Not one thing. The truth of the matter is, I despise perfection. If something is truly perfect, that's it. The bottom line becomes, there is no room for imagination. No space for intelligence, or ability, or improvement. Do you understand? To men of science like us, perfection is a dead end, a condition of hopelessness. Always strive to be better than anything that came before you, but not perfect.
People will tell you this is the right and only way to think, or else. And this is most important, and everything is just, aligned, predetermined, but a narrow mind spoils the many flavors of life. To be humble enough to admit you're wrong, and having the courage to try and possibly fail, makes us human. Perfection is an impossible limit we put on ourselves. But this world depends on change. Nature does it so well. Vincent van Gogh said, "If I am worth anything later, I am worth something now. For wheat is wheat, even if people think it is grass in the beginning." To an artist, perfection is boring. We constantly recreate ourselves with each piece, every brushstroke, every canvas. To say there's a perfect painting rejects the vast imagination and wonder of all artists. Perfection denies individuality. Mr. Rogers once said, "To love someone is to strive to accept that person exactly the way he or she is, right here and now." It's funny, I'm talking about perfection, but the article I read about Mr. Rogers, the author claimed him to be the perfect human being. Perhaps he was, or perhaps he was just as flawed as we all are, but a wonderful teacher that inspired millions. I also want to touch upon the Japanese art of kintsugi, one of my favorite philosophies, mending the broken pieces of something with gold paint to highlight instead of covering them all up. This can be seen as simply showing your scars, everything you perceive to be flaws. Embrace your story. I wrote in my notebook earlier, you cannot honor the light without acknowledging the dark. Healing isn't a perfect road either, but you gotta walk it. Bottom line, follow your heart.